Action, 42 in-car camera angles, takes 3 helicopters to do that with 4 trailer trucks worth of electronic equipment. There's about 4,000 feet of cable run around this racetrack. Those of us who are bringing you the race consumed 420 hotel room nights, and we ate 600 catered meals. It's about 195.
Where'd you get all that stuff?
I dug it. Seabird.
And I stayed at home.
Yeah, right. Let's take a look at the race analysis, Baker. Telecast
look at that.
analysis.
Just under $2 million. The length, of course, is 334 laps around this for 500 miles. Car starting 43. The record, 154 miles an hour for 500 miles by Ernie Irvin. That's pretty astounding.
Yeah, and it stood up for a while, too, since 1993. Let's see if it'll stand the gaff today. Mark Martin looking really strong. And incidentally, in yesterday's happy hour, we saw Jeff Gordon struggling with a, 36 time? And maybe he didn't want to go any faster than that, but it would make one wonder when you found Martin right up at the top of the heat.
Remember happy hour, though. You're trying the oldest and the most used up things you can do to really simulate race conditions. Some people put on new tires and get great time.
And we can't forget that time after time on that last pit stop, he's been right there. 11 of 38 pole sitters have failed to lead the first lap in this thing. Let's see what's going to happen with Derek Cope as we come down for a start. We should remember, too, as we count the line, that the race has been won from the pole on just 5 occasions. Lorenzen, 65, Blocksback, 68, David Pearson, Darrell Waltrip, and Harry Gant was the last one to do it in 1982. Pace car coming in. We're ready to go racing on TBS. Derek Cope from Spanaway, Washington, leads them down to take green. Coming up to speed. Takes about a lap. 24-degree banking to turn 3 and 4. And down into the double dog leg, main straight away. That's how they're running at better than 190 miles per hour, and already Nadeau's in trouble on number 9.
And Mark Martin picked up 5 bonus points for leading the first lap there. Here it goes.
Jerry Nadeau in the number 9, the Melling car, is going to bring out a caution right at the beginning. Looks like he scraped the wall pretty good somewhere, or somebody tailgated him a little too closely.
He bounced it off the wall. The right side of that car is damaged. A tough start for Nadeau. He was ever so quick yesterday in the happy hour session.
Back to the line, and everybody eases off. No hurry when you've still got 333 laps to run. And there you see the Cartoon Network, number 9, scraped up, bringing out a caution right at the outset of this race. Bad break for Nadeau, who had qualified so well. Freshman from Connecticut was on the outside of the 6th row, 12th position. Take a gander at what happened.
There's Jerry Nadeau right there. You see him right from the back there, losing the back of the car up into the wall hard with both corners of the car, front and rear.
Don't think anybody touched him. Don't think he got whacked on that, but
let's take a look.
Yeah.
This will tell the whole story right here. You can see the car dancing just a little bit. The back end starts to break loose. That was all done by just getting a little aggressive there and losing the back.
Let's go on pit road and get the story on number 9.
No left side damage. They're going to go ahead and change the right side tires. It's crinkled up enough, in the rear deck lid area that you could venture to say they're not going to be able to repair that aerodynamic sheet metal that they need here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway to run well. His chances of winning this race are really not very good at this.
Scooby-Doo's in a bit of trouble as number 9 comes back on the track. Under caution after just 1 lap. In the 500 here at Charlotte. We'll take a quick break and be back. See them rounding turn number 2. Let's take a look at all of this track. Here's a track description. Buddy?
Down the front straightaway, through the dog leg, 195 miles an hour, down into turn 1, very low through this part of the racetrack. As you head down the back straightaway, right against the wall, you hit speeds close to 190 miles an hour. Then back low, getting into turn 3, there's bumps along there that can upset the car. Coming off turn 4, right out against the wall, and then through the second part of the dog leg and back to the start-finish line.
Quick ride around this track, and you're going to see a lot of that today. Pace car coming down another lap. Take a look at the telemetry. being furnished by Circuit City today. You're riding with Bobby Labonte. Tell us about it, Baker.
Well, you can see right now it's at 3,000 RPM right there, and about 55 miles an hour right there. And then, of course, he's in third gear. You'll be able to tell what gear they're in as they come out of the pits, and the brake is right here, and that'll light up just like that.
And the red line is about 9,000 RPMs, and watch him go right over to there. Here's Mike Hogwood.
Well, a very dejected Jerry Nadeau sits in the car while they pound out the sheet metal. Jerry, what happened?
I don't know. It's one of those deals. The start of the racetrack was cold. I was holding my line. I don't know if someone got in back of me or just took the air off the spoiler. The car just got loose coming off of 2. I held on to it, but the rear caught the wall, and the best thing for me to do is just keep it up against the wall and not cause a bigger wreck. But I hate it for Cartoon Network and all these guys that built a good race car. It's not the end of the year. I mean, we still got some more races. I can guarantee you one thing. I'm learning a lot, and I'm going to be strong when I come back here.
This is a young driver with a lot of talent. Disappointed and disheartened today, but he'll be back, and he'll be back on another day to compete for a win.
Started the season with Dan Marino, moved at the second Pocono race into the Melling car, number 9. Having problems today.
Again, this is only his 29th start in Winston Cup. He's got a lot of ground to gain, and he will learn as he goes along, but he's a talent.
Derek Cope, there were a lot of naysayers this morning who were putting the word on Derek Cope that he wouldn't lead a lap. Well, Ron Perrier has that engine that's in this number 30. You can tell us about Mr. Perrier. He built some pretty strong stuff there, Dick.
Yeah, he came out of AJ's voice camp, and they fooled around with some other engine combinations this year to let Perrier go ahead and build the SB2, and he has built a honker for this thing for sure.
Away and running, we're back under green as they came down to start the 7th lap. At caution, the end of lap 1 through lap 6. You see Mark Martin getting a good challenge out there. Bobby Labonte comes up on the high side, tries to move around in turn 4, battle for second place, and with him, look out, here comes the Candy Man, Ernie Irvan, into Skittles' car. He skittles right up into 3rd spot.
Well, he's been one of the quick cars all week long. Very disappointed with qualifying. Everybody thought that Ernie Irvan would be on the pole. Derek Cope just had a great lap there. Bobby Labonte runs super well here in Charlotte and Atlanta. He just seems to get around these types of racetracks.
Take a look at Labonte coming up on the high side again out of turn 4. Same place he made that pass. They got him into second. It's now going to put him into the lead, but not for long. Back comes Cope on the inside.
And you see Mark Martin just behind this battle. You see Cope getting a good run off the corner here on the bottom side. Bobby Labonte on the high side as they head down the back straightaway. Mark Martin fell back, but I guarantee you one thing, Ernie Irvan's looking them both over right now. He would love to lead this race as he comes up beside Cope as they head down towards turn 4.
Wait a minute, this isn't lap 334. This is lap 8. What's going on out here?
Oh, it's Charlotte.
You got that right. If you have a great race car, hey, if you can do an advantage in the first part of the race, that means you can do a little less at the end when you really need to save tires and all. So, hey, the first part of the race is important too.
Labonte first, and you see Ernie Irvan pulling up to second. Here's Mark Martin down on the bottom. He's making the move. Mark Martin attacking and pulling up through nicely. Martin taking over.
You see Martin there, but just behind him, you see that Rusty Wallace, look at this for the lead. Here goes Ernie Irvan taking the lead as they go through the dogleg.
As Martin takes over in 3rd, you've got a new leader up in front. Here comes the Candy Man. It's Ernie Irvan up in front.
And let me tell you what we figured out so far, that is that the high side and the bottom are both great passing grooves at this point on the racetrack. The racetrack is very racing. Oh,
Trouble in turn 2.
Coming off at 2.
Trouble in turn 2, exactly where there was trouble yesterday. And swinging around is Steve Grissom in his ride in that Caterpillar car. Back to the line they race. Ernie Irvan will bring him across. Bobby Labonte in second. Mark Martin in 3rd, and pole sitter Cope back to 4th.
Oh, you just hate to see that. This team has had such a tough year. 9 DNFs, 6 DNQs with 8 drivers so far this year. These guys need a break. They really didn't need this.
This second corner is what gobbled them up yesterday on lap 8. An 8-car crash out of turn 2 eliminated Mark Martin in his quest to break the record that he had tied with Darrell Waltrip for 5 wins in that fall race.
You see all the tires there on the 96 of Steve Grissom. They're flat spotted right now. He's going very slow because they may be able to fix that cosmetic damage to the rear of the race car. But you don't want to throw these tires apart and knock out the crush panels inside the front fenders and all, because that really messes the car up.
David Green taking over in this car. The Owensboro, Kentucky driver. Dick Trickle had a run at it at Richmond earlier this year. Let's go down to Mike Hogwood, who's right there.
Well, the left front is flat on the car. There is some obvious sheet metal damage. They have the hammers out trying to bend it away. And now they're going to pull it behind the wall. This is not going to be fixed in a hurry. So they're going to take their time. But it does look fixable, and you should see 96 back out.
David Green, who's been trying to get himself back together this year, had a ride, lost it, gets this opportunity. It's coming up a little short. Steve Grissom, correction. Steve Grissom in the 96. Forgive me. Steve Grissom there. And he's having the same kind of problems. Into a new ride for him today. Working the 14th lap with Ernie Irvin up in front, Bobby Labonte in second. Look at the storylines here today, and they're good ones. It's that Gordon Martin scramble for the Winston Cup Championship this year. The last guy to win both the May race and this race was Dale Earnhardt. That happened back in 1986. See an effort today to get this done again. What do you think?
Tough order to do, and Gordon and his team have not done well here so far in practice, but they have prepared the car for the end of the race, and last time I checked, it was the end of the race that really counts, not how fast you are in practice and not how fast you are in qualifying.
Got some replays coming up here. Show you what happened on the 96, Steve Grissom.
Grissom up against the wall with the back of the car. You see all the cars going down on the bottom part of the racetrack. He kept it high there with the brakes for a long time until Darrell Waltrip and these guys at the tail end of the field got by, and then he let her come down the racetrack.
Hey, you crash out here and you just crash for a long time. It doesn't stop all that quickly, generally speaking.
Turn 2. Well, as we take a look at the, looking at that Earnhardt reminded me of Gordon back in '92 when he won both of the 300s. He came here with Bill Davis's Ford and made the impression that got him on and into Chevrolet with Hendrick Racing. Yeah. He had a heck of a time here at Charlotte.
Clobbered the competition. He also won the pole for both of those races.
But, right now he's still running well back in this field. He's not going anywhere. He's 26.
No, I'm watching right now. I mean, he's not advancing. The one that's moving up is Earnhardt. He was really on the tear there for a while.
Under the yellow flag, several drivers have pitted. Rich Bickles bid in, Johnny Benson, Jeff Bodine, Robert Presley, Kenny Wallace, Darrell Waltrip have all pitted under this caution flag, and all have returned to the speedway.
Earnhardt is up in 30th position at the present time. Get ready to try to get this one back underway. We've had 2 early cautions in the event if you're just joining us. And we're back under green. Working the 16th lap. Down into turn 1, it's Ernie Irvin with the advantage.
See right there, Rusty Wallace giving Derek Cope a little look on the inside there as they were going around through turns 1 and 2. Rusty's running very well. Just behind him, John Andretti's running super well today, too.
Yeah, Andretti had a great qualifying run, and he's staying right up in the point battle in that 10th position.
Ernie Irvin with a strong run here early. I talked to his crew chief this morning, Ryan Pemberton, and I asked him how the car was. He said today is riding with the driver. If we have a good weekend, it's because of him. And Pemberton also said that Irvin is especially focused this weekend, and boy, they sure would like to win one, and this is a good place for him to do it.
He's been focused over the last few weeks. He's had 2 top 10s in the last 4 races, Ernie Irvin. And he's really been picking up the pace.
And this particular car is the one he won the pole with at Indianapolis, so we know it's fast, and also at Michigan had a great run there. So, yeah, he's got a great car here. Look at this battle back here, though. Jeremy Mayfield yesterday was the fastest car in happy hour, and right now he's picking it up and putting it down.
John Andretti right there with him. Mayfield and Andretti. They work it around back in 7th spot. Here's Mayfield ducking down on the inside as he goes after Hamilton. And old dice is for that 7th position. Hamilton, for the moment, has the advantage. You see Mayfield in the 12, then Andretti. behind them comes Nemechek, and you see Burton tucked in there as well. Jeff Gordon starting 26 today. Here's his strategy of getting to the front. Jeff Gordon.
The way you work your way forward is one at a time, and you don't try to do it all in the first lap. Is one at a time, and you don't try to do it all in the first lap, and I started a little bit further back in Texas, got caught in trouble, and I got to make sure that that doesn't happen again this time. It's certainly not where we want to be starting, but we've got a good enough car that I feel pretty confident that we work our way to the front, and knowing that we've got to be patient, and sometimes you're going to have to make up some positions on pit road.
He's picking his way through. Picks off Bradbury. Green still in front of him. That's David Green in the Bechtel 41 today. And David Green taking over in that car has held off Jeff Gordon 3 laps now.
Gordon and his crew have taken an interesting approach to today's race. They came here and they tested with this automobile, and they worked very hard trying to make it faster. The race day combination that they are running with is one that they have not tried before. They've tried various elements of it, but they've never put it all together. And I asked Ray Evernham this morning how unusual this is, and he sort of looked at me and smiled and said, if you were building a house, it's still a house. You get my drift? So we'll see how it works.
Was working pretty well there as he slid under the number 41. Green.
Boy, I tell you, the lead is really tightened up here. This is an old familiar sight here at Charlotte. Mark Martin on the prowl right now. He's reeled him in some 15 car lengths in the past 2 laps. You see Ernie Irvin right there leading as they come off turn 4. Mark Martin wants to lead. He's already led the first lap, so he has that 5 bonus points. But the most laps, too, would be another 5 points.
Martin pulling right up as we get toward lap 25. We're going to get lap 23 in here. Run down to lap 22. See Bradbury falling back over Kevin LePage in 27. John Benson back there in 35th at the present time. See the miles per hour as they whip around this 1.5 mile track, and the challenge is up in front between Ernie Irvin and Mark Martin for the lead.
Boy, I just saw something in a line around this racetrack. Ernie Irvin was right on the bottom, right against this white line there. And Mark Martin going into turn 3 took a very wide line and picked up even more distance on Ernie Irvin. There's no way to beat him. If he can run the high side, you can. Boy, he hit this motor right on by.
Let's see what he's going to do with it here. Mark Martin, who qualified outside in the front row, takes a peek on the inside this time, out of turn 2.
I think you just let him have that look, as he went through the corners, that I could do that, but I probably would rather feel more comfortable on the bottom of the racetrack.
And Mark Martin has started in top 5 in the last 3 races, and using it to good advantage here, puts himself out in front as they come around to complete that 25th lap. You'll have Martin in first, Irvin in second, Bobby Labonte in third, Derek Cope still there, Rusty Wallace in that top 5.
Martin enjoying his career best year with 6 Winston Cup wins, plus he won the Winston right here in May in this exact same automobile. He's won twice in IROC, won that series championship, one of those Grand National races. What a year he's had.
172.6 on that lead car. Mark Martin. Speed he wants to run. Apparently he's comfortable there.
Yeah, and we're riding with Bobby Labonte. Let's just take a look at the telemetry here. Almost 9,000 RPMs there, and you can see about 190 miles an hour down the back straightaway. Of course, he's in high gear, we would hope.
If he wasn't, we'd be seeing a heck of an explosion right about now.
Kept the casual Sunday afternoon ride in North Carolina.
He's on the break, getting into turn 1. You see the light come on down there. Where's this break, of course?
Let's go back to Jeff Gordon and follow Jeff Gordon. He's gotten around David Green in the 41, and he now finds himself in 23rd position. Gordon scrambling up through the field. Back in cars to play with, too. Outside. All right, you're riding with the Budweiser car at the present time.
Still there.
Wally Dahlman back giving you these pictures. Arnhem.
Still there.
He's running in 21st. See Gordon right behind him now. Clears around to 22nd.
Again,
He's ready to come after Dallenbach.
pardon me, you see they're starting to use the whole racetrack right now. Low was lightning fast all week, but now they're starting to use a higher line through the middle part of the corner. And the reason they're doing that is so good up top right now. The bottom was washed clean, and there's not a preferred line around this racetrack at the moment.
And as we ride around back in August, Dallenbach was out riding dirt bikes with his buddy Kenny Schrader, fell off the thing, broke his foot, went to the doctor, and finally the doctor said, oh yeah, you've got a broken foot, you need to stay off it for a month at least, put your foot in a cast. He said, how about instead of that we move the pedals around in the race car? So that's what he's done. He's got it taped up, and he's taken a couple of painkillers during the week, moved the pedals around, and he's just playing racing tough, racing hurt.
Skinner in 19. He's had a pretty good run here. Been doing some very good moving in that car. But right now he's under pressure from Gordon. 88 is also on the move. Take a look at Jarrett. Flying up through traffic. He finds himself now in 10th position with 29 laps complete. The Batmobile is, looks like it's going like a bat at the present time. He's 17th today.
Tell me if this is sticking your neck out or not. Last week, Dale Jarrett lost the engine at Martinsville early on. The camshaft broke in it. Same engine's in this car today. They changed the camshaft, went all through it, and decided it's a great motor despite the fact that the cam broke, and they're trying it here at Charlotte.
And the guy that's flying right behind him, Kenny Schrader's doing very well. You see a little gap now, Mark Martin right on the bottom part of the racetrack, but here's the groove I was talking about. Several of the cars have moved on the high side of the racetrack, and they're not losing that much ground to the cars that can run on the bottom. Earlier in the week, that was disastrous. You had to run up there.
Schrader from 15th up to 11th place. Mark Martin continuing to lead. Last lap at 171.2. He builds to a 7/10 of a second advantage over Ernie Irvin in second, with Labonte in third, both fourth. Rusty Wallace staying fifth. Jeremy Mayfield is in sixth. Hamilton running in seventh, present time. Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Uaw-Gm 500 underway. After a couple of early quick cautions, darn good race.